174. Alex Meyer for the Hawkeyes and Chris Pfarr for the Minnesota Gophers.
Now you heard there the conversation that Tom Brands was having with the official J.R. Johnson, and
yes, sir.
J.R. pretty much answered. He kind of thought he put on the skates a little bit there at the end, maybe, but I thought he did a good job of keeping his feet moving and presenting himself. But you know, you're not going to get that call in the sports pavilion here, so you got the favored guy chasing the opponent, and you're going to get a call. It wasn't really anything that was significant to the match at that point.
Meyer ranked number 11 for the Hawkeyes. Lost a close 3-2 decision. Ohio State against Bo Jordan beat Mark Hall in his debut when the red shirt was taken off. The freshman phenom from Penn State came out at Carver Hawkeye Arena, and Alex Meyer was able to pull the upset.
You know, but that was a good conversation. You know, we heard that. It's a good conversation by Coach Brands and the official, because I think he's setting the, maybe not necessarily for that match because he really had to get a win, but you know, how's this going to be called the rest of the meet?
Ryan Morningstar on the right, Ben Bernhow, who used to wrestle here at Minnesota. Heavyweight, working with the heavyweights now at Iowa. Chris Pfarr from Minnesota had a big win. He had a kind of a walk-off win. They finished at 174 against Wisconsin, and his win over a wrestler that had beaten him a few times the year before, won it for Minnesota. So he's had an exciting opportunity this year. The junior, 15-9 record.
Meyer
not in the face.
Loves that 2-on-1 tie right there, and he usually works it pretty hard. Nice work.
Break, gentlemen. Back there.
Yeah.
We got it on the mat again. It's blood, Coach.
Always a great draw at the Sports Pavilion in Minnesota or Williams Arena when Minnesota and Iowa wrestle, and so many of the attendance records have these two programs in them in the top 10 or so, Jim.
Yeah, you take a look at the Division I attendance, Oklahoma State, Iowa, of course, the big one, and I really believe there's closer to 50,000 people there being in the stadium, but Princeton and Rutgers here this year, 16,178. Great job they did filling that, and then Ohio State, Penn State. Penn State has the other two, which we've had the pleasure of doing the last couple of years.
Minnesota, over the last few years, has been at the top. Of course, before that grapple on the gridiron with over 42,000. I agree with you. They were closer to 50,000 there that day. What an incredible spectacle that was. But always, you talked about Minnesota having a knowledgeable crowd, and they always have a substantial crowd. No matter whether there's a blizzard out, they walk through these doors, Jim. And there's often a blizzard.
Sure.
I tell you what, one of the best. We're going to have a blood time out here for a little bit. I'll tell a little story, but you know, 2013, I had a Gopher fan come up to me at the NCAAs, and he's had a difficult time explaining wrestling to his fiance, and so he, you know, basically came up to me and said, you know, so I asked her to watch BTN wrestling, and she started enjoying it, and he hugged me and he says, "Thanks to you, we're married, all right? She understands wrestling, and now I get to come to the NCAA tournament every year."
Oh, that's great. 174.
Great fan base. The
fourth match of the meet. We started at 149. And Iowa, it's been all the Hawkeyes, 3 straight wins. It's 11-0 for the number 3 ranked team in the international rankings, our partner in rankings with BTN.
It's on his chest.
You see the banners in the background. Minnesota, tremendous tradition, NCAA champions. And that's little Zach Sanders there on the staff now. Several-time All-American at 125 for Minnesota. It's always great to see former teammates and alumni on the coaching staff, Jim.
Zach Sanders was a high-energy guy, 4-time All-American for the Gophers. And the nice thing about hiring a guy like Zach is we all tend to get a little bit bigger, you know, after our competitive days, and he's going to be the size that can work out with a lot of guys in that program. Got to work on that collar and tie action, though.
Real positive coach there. Luke Becker, Dustin Slater, Zach Sanders.
Great guys. great guys in this program. It's just a.
And you talked about the fashion challenge among the coaches. They always try to see who can be the best dressed coach here in Minnesota. I love that.
You can tell that Sanders is the new guy on the staff, all right?
Jim giving Sanders a little fashion advice there, and sure he'll take it after.
Not like I'm an icon.
Yeah.
I'm no Jay Jaggers, okay, so for Ohio State, but it's
Chris Pfarr's older brother Brett Pfarr, we'll see here in a couple of matches at 197, the All-American. A couple of local Minnesota, LeSueur Henderson High School. Alex Meyer, a native Iowan, out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa, Southeast Polk High School. Same as his teammate Clark, who we'll see at 133. Corey Clark.
It's all over, the whole center.
And we've got some Iowa today. We're going to see more Iowa before you settle in for the big game. Watch some great college hoops. The Hawkeyes battle Nebraska. Coverage start after wrestling on BTN and streaming live on BTN to go. From one Hawk sport to the next Hawk sport. All on BTN. We'll get her going here again. 18 seconds left in the first period. No score here. Chris Pfarr actually, doing what he needs to do to stay in the game against the higher-ranked opponent.
Yeah, I think both these guys are in good condition, so that I don't think that was going to be a factor in the match anyway. So who can get the best technique? And just like we saw at 165, both these guys having a difficult time getting through the head-hands defense. But Pfarr's doing a nice job of staying out of the 2-on-1. Well, he just got caught in it right there. That's where Myers likes to live. And he, always in there for 2 or 3 seconds and stayed in good position. It's a good period for Pfarr.
Green is down.
So Alex Meyer chooses down, and to start the second period here at 174 pounds, Chris Pfarr trying to pull the upset to get the Gophers on the board.
Set bottom, now top, down easy. Set.
Stand up there by Meyer.
One.
Not really contested real well. No mat return attempt there by Pfarr. Those things are big in 0-0 matches. You got to go ahead and try to take it down. Nice snatch attempt there. He's going to be able to get back up to his feet, but he lost the grip. We saw that before. You got to make sure that when you have that grip, you want the outside palm. And in this case for Pfarr, you want that outside palm down. I don't think it was as easy as that grip came apart.
Meyer doing a good job of getting that leg and foot down on the mat, breaking that grip of Chris Pfarr. Chris Pfarr was in, and now Meyer's in. Can he finish it?
So he comes out to the ankle here. There's a nice switch off there, gets it up chest high. This is kind of the same finish that you see Sammy Brooks do a lot, right? Chest high in the finish. Now he's going to go ahead and scoop that leg up. Good job of keeping balance here, but I think Pfarr might be on borrowed time.
And Meyer covers Pfarr for the 2-point takedown, go out front 3-0, an escape and a takedown in the second period, puts him up 3-0.
Yeah, that was a good job by Meyer. He got that leg up chest high, and he was able to go ahead and, so much of finishing a single leg finish is like climbing the rope. You can't let go of the rope and expect to go up. You can't let it go up with both hands. And so, you can see where he kind of shimmied up the leg a little bit, got a little bit closer so he could make that trip, and a nice job of finishing that, Alex Meyer.
Meyer, a 2016 All-American, finished 8th. The top 8 in every weight class are All-Americans. Right now, ranked 11. That's how tough 174 is.
And this is the you see the escape there that he was able to get.
Red's down.
Quick escape, which made it ability for him to go out there and Did a nice job of, I thought, on the single leg defense right there. And that's been the difference in the match. One guy was able to finish, the other guy wasn't.
To match Meyer's aggression here, Chris Pfarr is going to have to get a quick escape himself. Meyer doing a good job of keeping his hips close.
Well, you know.
Well, and nice job by Pfarr breaking loose.
Yeah, it's like Meyer backed off. It looked like he had the inside trip and probably could have ran him off the mat, but just kept his feet froze at that point, and maybe a little more comfortable being on the feet, but that doesn't. Riding time at 1 minute even.
So a takedown and a ride out would take it to overtime, a minute 20.
Oh, that's mine. It's incidental.
I think that's a great call by J.R. Johnson right there. You know, Pfarr got his hand caught in the uniform. A lot of times officials will call that real quickly and pretty much incidental. Pfarr looking for that snatch single he was able to get in the second period. Now following up with that 2-on-1. Good job there. He's going to get back points.
Great execution, and you're right about the back points, but will it be 2 or 4?
So far, I don't think he's got the 4 count, but he's easily got the 2. Yep, he looks like he's got all 4 fingers out there, the official does. Inside Turk right there, that he's trying to elevate the bottom leg. It's going to be difficult to pin a guy from this position, but can be done. Good work by Meyer following up and being aggressive when he had the tie-up that he liked. Great finish and going right into the Turk.
So with that takedown and 4 points, that's a 6-point move. It's 9-1 now, the riding time building up, and so a major decision in the works for Meyer, and that's how it will end. An extra point for riding time, 10-1, major decision for the All-American, Alex Meyer. He's your winner, 4 more points on the board for the Hawkeyes.
Alex Meyer got progressively stronger in this match, was able to go ahead and do a nice work there off of this takedown. He got the tie that he wanted. Look at him going ahead and work off the wrist tie. Feels Pfarr scrambling out of it. Double leg, back into a Turk, gets the back points. And you've been watching Big Ten Wrestling presented by Cliff Keen Athletic.